first thing we said upon looking at this episode was 26 minutes?
Yeah.
Holy cow, you guys. Did you sleep?
We were gonna start this like 5 minutes earlier than we did, but we were like, wait,
let me put more water in my cup.
Gotta top off my tea.
Yeah, no, 26:35, and we just kind of went, what?
Grab a sweatshirt. We're in for a long haul.
Holy cow, I am just kind of. I am fully expecting this video in and of itself to be 45-50 minutes.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, the record is still 53 minutes, and that is the standing record because that was for a single 10-minute episode of Red vs. Blue.
I was gonna say, was
if
that
it's a double length episode?
Finale?
No.
Was that when Wash?
That was the Murder Fridge.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Yep.
Was that episode only 10 minutes long?
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was about 10-12 minutes, a 53-minute video. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the record holder because so little of it was.
Let's get to it then, because we've got no time to waste.
Well, before we actually have plenty of time tonight, but seriously, holy shit. Before we get started, of course, we have a word from our sponsors. Not written like Night Vale. As always, this channel is sponsored by Fred's BS, Breads and Spreads by Fred. He does all sorts of wonderful good things, which we will sample for you tonight.
Yay!
I have always been particularly fond of charcuterie plates in general. I love salami, I love cheese, and I love jam. And this is the wonderful raspberry peach jam. I believe that's the Paradise. It's either the Paradise Sunrise or the Paradise Sunset. I'm really bad at this.
Buy this product that I don't know the name of.
Get jars of both of them. And so you have it on a plain cracker, and I have it on a cracker with some soft cheese in the brie family, but not actually brie. Hi, Winter, you can't have any. It's bad for you. So, crackers and cheese, my man.
Jam buds.
Mm-hmm. That's really good on soft cheese.
I'm not a fan of that particular cheese, but just the jam on the cracker is really, really good.
And when I was a kid, my go-to snack was we would have cream cheese, just like a tub of cream cheese. And I would get my little knife, and I would get a Ritz cracker and put cream cheese on it with a little hollow in the middle and put jam in it.
So what you're saying is I need to go to the store and pick up some cream cheese.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
Sounds like a blast.
Get you some Philadelphia and then put some of that on there. Like, yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. So, highly recommended. He has, I believe, 3 different flavors of jam. Paradise Sunrise, Paradise Sunset, and Wildenberry. And they are all amazing. I've had them all. So good. Yeah. And of course he does wonderful, wonderful cookies called Brown Sugar Buddies, which you've seen on this channel before. I think actually the previous episode. And they are what snickerdoodles want to be when they grow up. And I have definitely taken some jam and put them on the cookies, and they are just...
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievably good.
It's a super great combo.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, everything is fresh, never frozen. Everything is made in small batches. Flavors are not found in stores because seriously, you're not going to find that raspberry peach jam in stores.
Nope.
You're not. It only comes from Fred. And every time I'm like, Fred, I need more jam. Hey. And because I'm LA local, and LA local customers get to do this, you can do pickup instead of delivery. So you can get your stuff that much sooner. And to that end, I have actually had cookies fresh out of the oven more than once. Because I timed it well. But yeah, no, definitely do the thing. The stuff is amazing, as you have seen. And of course we have a nice little coupon code for you. So head over to fredsbs.com, FREDSBS.com, and use Q'd.
Cute?
Q'd. It's a cute code. It's a coupon code.
It's a cutie code.
Use code Kia Cookies for 20% off of your entire order. FREDSBS.com and Kia Cookies. Do the thing. Treat yourself. You are worth it.
Yeah, I'm not normally a jam person, but that hit the spot right now.
Ain't that good?
So good. Cookies for you, brownies for me, jam for your jam buds.
And also jam for her too.
That too, yeah.
Jam and crackers, man.
Cookies and brownies and jam for me.
Everything for you. All for Megan.
All for Megan! All for Megan! All for Megan!
Alrighty, let's get this insane party started,
Oh,
shall
boy.
we? 26:35, let's go. Volume 3, Chapter 3, The Lost Fable. Click. And of course, once again, watching this on Verve on the iPad, because it's fun.
I really like this new opening.
This opening is amazing! And I mean, everyone has their particular favorites in terms of openings and musical pieces. This is, I think, my favorite since a while.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. I love his little face! Just that continual wide-eyed owl look.
I really did like the Triumph from last season. Like, I thought that was a good intro song.
I like this one more, honestly. I just do. It's so good. And in terms of...
Oh, yeah, no, the intro, I think, is, definitely one of the best I think the series has put up.
Oh, I forgot to say this before we started because we got excited by Jam, but we still got about 30 seconds. Do not put spoilers in the comments. Do not talk about future episodes in any capacity in the comments of this one. The comments of this episode are for episodes 1 through 3. If you mention episode 4, your comment's getting deleted. This is because we had someone in the comments of episode 1 talking about episode 3. And I don't like that.
Episode 3?
Yeah.
Holy cow, I'm glad I didn't look today.
You spoil us. You spoil your fellow commenters. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's not clever. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Don't be that guy.
I really like interacting with you guys in the comments, so let's make that fun and spoiler-free for everyone. Here we go.
Locked away by her cruel father, Salem was a girl who desired but one thing.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Hell yeah.
She lived in a time when kings and their kingdoms were plentiful, when men and women were capable of greatness, and magic was a gift from the gods that all could wield.
Dang.
And yet there she sat in
Whoa.
her tower. Until one day, a legendary hero came to brave the challenges within the tower's walls. The people of the lands knew him as Ozma.
Wow.
Ozma?
Unlike those who had come before, this warrior was not driven by the prize of the young maiden's hand. He fought only for righteousness, and his pure heart and courageous soul.
And look at that staff. Ozma.
Oh my gosh!
Someone made it!
Escaped the wretched fortress. And yet, something bound them together.
All those
Ozma had
swords.
been ready to give his life for justice countless times, but now saw a woman worth saving it for. And Salem, to her surprise,
Winter ships it.
found her freedom not in the outside world she had yearned for, but in the eyes of the man that had saved her.
So, where should we go now?
Oh, I hadn't planned that far ahead.
The two fell deeply in love, planned adventures around the world,
Oh!
and happily ever after. Or at
So,
least, that's what should have been.
So RWBY is what happens
Ozma,
after
the
Happily Ever After.
hero of legend, fell ill, and where all of the beasts and blades of the world had fallen short, a single sickness prevailed.
oh shit.
How could the gods let this happen?
Oh.
The gods, brothers of light and darkness, creation and destruction.
Uh-oh.
Salem prayed they would see the injustice that had befallen her love and make things right.
I love it with each of the girls
The
and
domain of
Crow.
light was a sacred place. It was here the elder brother dwelled beside his fountain of life and creation.
Uh-oh.
And the staff
It was
again.
here where mankind would fall to ruin.
Oh. Do you think this is the middle of the dragon continent? Or what will
Maybe.
become the dragon continent?
Maybe.
It's beautiful though.
How do you depict a god? As the great forest spirit. Or a furnace. Yep, he's the great forest spirit.
I've seen Princess Mononoke. This is gorgeous. I can't believe, like...
Please bring him back to me.
I understand your pain, but you demand of me that which I cannot make so.
Do you want a zombie apocalypse? Because this is how you get a zombie
Life and
apocalypse.
death are part of a delicate balance.
So, you won't do it then?
Oh, no.
To disrupt the cycle of...
But that's not fair.
That's not fair!
Well, yeah.
Let him rest.
Girl! Oh, this is sad!
Yeah, this is not good.
This is sad!
The skeleton there. Oh, yep, closer view of the skeleton there.
None dared to enter his home, as men knew what monstrosities emerged from his blackened pools of annihilation.
Oh, those were the Grim Fountains.
And so you must understand the Dark Lord's surprise when he found a lone woman kneeling before him.
Whoa! Putting that knuckling animation to super good use. Ah!
Salem understood it well. She told him of her loss and professed that she knew only he could answer her prayers. All while careful to make no mention of his elder.
Rise, child, and let your faith in me be rewarded.
This is bad. I mean, this is bad.
Super bad.
Oh dear.
Super bad.
Oh dear. Oh!
Oh!
Where am I? What is this? Where am I?
Okay. Everything's going to be okay.
Well,
Shit.
What have you done?
I have done what I please, brother. You may bask in the powers of creation, but you do not own them.
This is not creation.
Do not lecture me.
I will do what I must to maintain order.
Oh no!
wow!
Oh!
What did you do?
Salem, I don't feel so good.
You dare into my domain and show such disrespect.
Ozma!
By the rules we agreed upon.
Oh
Was ever in your favor, and yet the immortal comes to pray at my feet before your own. So do your right to lay your judgment upon me.
Oh.
I know we have our differences, but I have not come here with the aim to control you. The same, however, cannot be said for her. This woman came to me only after I denied her pleas. Pleas that would have disrupted the balance that you and I created. Together. Then it seems I owe you an apology. Allow me to correct my mistake.
Oh, poor Ozpin.
Jeez.
Dead. Alive. Dead.
Give him back to me! Give him back!
It would be funny if it wasn't so horrifying.
I've been falling for 30 minutes!
Oh. Little Kingdom Hearts there.
Ow.
When you first came to me, I did pity you. But it is clear now that your selfishness and arrogance have led you astray.
What did you do to me?
I have made you immortal.
Immortal?
Why?
You cannot die. You cannot be with your beloved.
So long as this world turns, you shall walk its face.
So she wants to
You must
destroy the
learn
world.
the importance of life and death. Only then may you rest.
mean, this is kind of what happens when
Salem
you
was a
fuck with a
prisoner
god.
once again. Her fruitless attempts to reunite with Ozma eventually became nothing more than acts of spite and defiance against the gods.
Jeez! Damn it!
Perhaps the gods were not as powerful as they seemed. She had lied to them, turned them against one another. They were fallible. If she were to turn humanity against light and darkness, she could rid herself of their curse. Or at the very least, she could make them suffer.
Good lord.
Salem traveled from one kingdom to another, telling tales of how she stole immortality from the gods, welcomed any swordsman to cut her down, and demonstrated her powers. With the kings and queens in awe, she pulled them deeper into her scheme. She painted them pictures of a time when they would no longer have to watch their loved ones wither and die, when they could claim the powers of their creators for themselves, and in turn perfect their own design.
Can I just say that the amount of asset creation for this episode alone.
Destroy their old masters.
Holy cow, Rooster
The
Teeth.
gods had hoped that Salem would learn from her eternal curse. And she did. She learned that the hearts of men are easily swayed.
I love these dragon designs, though. Oh my gosh.
Who has led you down this path?
Sup, guys?
Surprise, bitch. Bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
This is why we don't have magic anymore.
My own gift to them, used against me.
Oh no.
Well. Bye, magic. Oh.
Yeah.
You thought there was no greater punishment we could bestow upon you?
I'll come back. I'll tell the rest of the world of this massacre. Build a new army.
You do not understand. There is no one left. You are all that remains of humanity. This
Not
planet
even
is a
50%.
beautiful experiment, but it is merely a remnant of what it once was.
Remnant.
We will learn from this failure.
And everyone turned to dust.
No, you can't leave. You can't leave. Come back.
Still demanding things of your creators.
There goes the moon! Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! That was so cool!
Salem was alone.
Wow.
She cursed the gods. She cursed the universe. She cursed everything. Everything but herself. She wandered the face of the planet, awaiting a death that would never come, until fate led her back to the land of darkness.
This is why we don't play mom and dad against each other.
The brothers Grimm, the pools of black that continue to give rise to horrific nightmares.
That's
If
a
the fountain of
beautiful
life
shot.
granted her immortality,
Holy
then
cow.
surely the pools of Grimm would finally take it away. She was wrong.
Horribly, horribly wrong.
Pure destruction could not destroy a being of infinite life. Instead, it created a being of infinite life with a desire for pure destruction. And in time, she would find her adversary.
He didn't do anything except die. That's
It's not
so
his fault.
sad.
Ozma.
Where am I?
We are between
That's Oscar's
realms.
voice, isn't it?
I'm afraid a
Might be.
tragedy has befallen your home at the hands of my brother. We have chosen to depart this world, but in our absence, I would like to offer you the chance to return to it.
What?
I don't understand.
Mankind is no more, yet your world remains, and in time, your kind will grow to walk its face once again. However, without our presence, they will be but a fraction of what they once were. Creation, destruction, choice, and knowledge were the ideals upon which humanity was made. Now, I leave them behind with the hope that you may learn to remake yourselves. If brought together, these 4 relics will summon my brother and I back to your world,
Oh shit.
and humanity will be judged. If your kind has learned to live in harmony with one another and set aside their differences,
Oh.
then we shall once again live among you, and humanity will be made whole again. But if your kind is unchanged, if you demand our blessings while still fighting amongst yourselves, then man will be found irredeemable, and your world will be wiped from existence. Until your task is complete, you will reincarnate, but in a manner that ensures you are never alone.
I'm sorry, but that world just isn't as dear to me without her.
Oh, she's there.
If I may, I'd rather return to the afterlife to see Salem.
You will not find her there.
You mean she isn't gone?
Salem lives, but the woman you hold dear in your memories is gone. Heed this warning. Where you seek comfort, you will only find pain. So, will you?
I'll do it.
Oh my god.
Very well. Our creation rests within your hands.
The gods are dicks.
Kind of.
And so,
This
Ozma was reborn.
He could have picked anyone.
Where am I? Thank you. Please, tell me your name. Who are you?
Ozymandias.
I don't know.
He didn't know.
Ozma had found himself in a world completely unfamiliar to him. Cities looked different. Creatures known as the Faunus bore fangs and claws and were locked away in cages. And without the blessing of the gods, no one could perform magic like mankind was once capable of. No one but himself and a woman known as the Witch.
There's a reason this
During
episode's
his
30
years
minutes.
of travel, he heard the same frightened whispers that spoke of a terrifying sorceress who commanded dark powers in the wilds among the beasts and monsters.
This is gonna be a tall order to
Ozma
recap.
was convinced that
Oh,
this
boy.
witch was Salem, and decided he needed to see what she had become.
Oh, buddy. I can see why after a few centuries of this, he would see this as the gods have cursed me. Like,
Call it magic or call it something stronger. But in that moment, the two knew exactly who it was that stood before them.
Oh.
What do we do now?
Whatever we like. As Salem and Ozma recounted the events which had brought them back together, each withheld parts of their story. Salem, fearing Ozma would reject her, blamed the end of the world on the gods. Ozma, still unsure of where the truth lay, kept his task and the relics a secret. Though time passed and all seemed well, Ozma's conversation with the god of light still lingered in his mind. He had found happiness, but humanity seemed more divided than ever before.
Are you surprised? This world is quite literally godless. These humans have no one to guide them. Perhaps that's all they need.
What are you saying?
We could become the gods of this world. Our powers surpass all others. Our souls transcend death. We can mold these lands into whatever we want.
I mean, she has a point. Like, if the gods aren't going to come back until humanity gets its shit together.
The hearts of men are easily swayed.
Ooh. Whoa.
Whoa! Why do we keep doing this body horror thing? Really?
The two amassed a following. That following grew into a prosperous kingdom. And at the head of that kingdom blossomed a family.
Oh.
Huh.
Maidens. Oh no. But their kids aren't going to be immortal.
And still wars.
Are we sure this is right?
You said we needed to bring humanity together. In order to do that, we have to spread our word and destroy those who will deny it.
What are we doing?
Oh.
This isn't what he asked of me.
Oh,
What did you
shit.
say? Mother! Father! Look!
It was a miracle.
Oh!
Children could perform magic.
Hey, she could
But
cast
what should
dancing
have been a
lights.
joyous occasion was short-lived. Ozma told Salem everything. The true reason the God of Light had brought him back. The relics that lay scattered around the world. And the day of judgment he had been told to prepare for.
Don't you see? None of that matters anymore. Why spend our lives trying to redeem these humans when we can replace them with what they could never be?
Our descendants can use magic. Oh. No.
That's gonna be someone's desktop wallpaper. Those kids are gonna get killed. Or he is.
Yes.
All of the above.
Oh man.
Look at that smoke, though. And Grim.
Oh, babies.
And of course, she can't fucking die.
We finally have freedom.
Thus began a long and painful cycle of death and rebirth for Ozma. Some lives were spent in mourning. Many were spent attempting to forget it all. But no matter what, his mind would eventually turn back to the task he had been burdened with. And as the centuries went on, Ozma began to learn the importance of living with the souls with which he had been paired. But no matter where or how he lived, her presence was always felt. If humanity were ever to stand a chance of being united, one thing was clear.
He had to destroy Salem.
Knowing he could never rid the world of her through any mortal means, Ozma sought out the power of the relics. Armed with my knowledge, He believed he could fulfill his promise to the God of Light.
Wow.
Where are the other relics?
He asked me his questions,
What powers do they possess?
and though I gave him my answers,
How do I destroy Salem?
not all of them were to his liking. You can't.
Ugh. Only the gods can, probably.
Yeah, that's gonna be part of that day of reckoning, I think. Holy shit!
Oh, man. That was
And
incredible.
it faded back to Oscar in the snow at the end. Holy actual. Yeah.
Like I said, the amount of asset creations for this episode alone, holy shit, that was amazing.
Oh my god, wow.
Yeah, just... Oh. Their children were the maidens. Like, we all knew that he was the old man in that story, but... Wow.
But then I still have to wonder about the maiden powers being passed down in the manner that they are.
I mean, it could also very much be a literal, like, after his children died, maybe they weren't the actual maidens. Like, maybe the magic didn't get passed that way when they died.
Yeah. Who knows? Who even knows? I feel like there might be more, so that the next episode is the missing Fable, the Lost Fable Part 2. Ah! Wow, this is
had a
like
family.
the most wrong that an Orpheus story could possibly go. Holy cow! Wow! I do love that she did the thing that so many people do and tried to play mom and dad against each other. And I do love what we got to see from the gods. Like, yeah, they are fundamentally different, but they have an agreement and they both honor it.
Yeah. And I like, oh gosh, they kept bringing him back to life and then killing him. Stop it! Stop it! He's already dead.
It's like, I just want to stay dead and see Salem. Well, actually.
About that, because we are cruel, we've made that impossible.
I mean, if they'd killed her, it would have given her what she wanted.
Yeah.
And you can't have that.
Or at
when
least a
someone
form
is-
of what she wanted. She would have been able to find peace.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's just like, also confirmation of an afterlife.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
One that
on
she
this
will,
too, huh?
she will perpetually be denied.
The design of the God of Darkness. Oh my god.
It's a contortionist.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I like the two dragon designs. I liked his a lot more.
I
felt like there was more to it. Like the God of Light was kind of your usual all-powerful dragon design. The God of Darkness was like, let's go.
One was a Western and one was an Eastern.
Yeah.
That was the dichotomy that came to my mind. But the I absolutely loved the amount of respect there. Like when he realizes that he's in error, he's like, I owe you an apology.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, that's
sorry,
okay.
bro.
Like, I misunderstood the situation. I apologize. Did not realize that was the case.
I overreacted.
I did not realize I was being played for a fool by a mortal. Sorry.
So about that.
And they just both pieced, and hey, the moon.
Damn Mundo! Oh,
Bye.
and just that shot of like all of the pieces of the moon
Crashing
falling to earth as
around
she
her.
screams into the void. Oh, it was so good,
Storyboarding this episode had to be fun.
dude.
Or murderous.
I can't.
Both.
Just looking at this, I'm like, how long have they been working on just this episode?
A while.
A while indeed.
And I do love the whole, just the idea of this passage of time, because we got the 4 other Oz's before we got Oscar in the opening, but we saw so many more than that. Like, this is a thing that has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
I do question, how humanity came back into being when the only human around was Salem? Because we had an apocalypse that literally murdered the world? But
I feel like evolution. He's just like starting from scratch.
that also does not explain the faunus, but shrug. It's like,
Different.
now the faunus are here.
Different evolutionary chain. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either. I kind of do want an answer for that, but I'm also kind of like, all right. I'm okay with a gigantic Kanye shrug from a world that is literally godless.
I can also see just like in terms of like in terms of like speeding the process along a little bit, the gods just literally hitting the reset button.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, humanity, we're starting over. We're turning it off and on again.
It's like we're going to turn it on and then we're going to lock the door when we leave the house and bye.
Oh,
Let us know when you're ready. Putting that on Ozma, this man deserved none of this.
No.
Putting that on the man who is emotionally connected to the woman that you have wrecked may not have been a good plan. Yikes. 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 It's just like, yeah, Salem, I'm sorry your life sucks, but people die. It happens.
Like your children.
People die when they are killed.
Oh, but life needs things to live.
Yeah, well, it didn't have them here.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Although, yeah, confirmation that she is now straight up living in the God of Darkness's realm. She moved in, she took over. She's a squatter, she renovated the place. Rights of ownership, she's been living there long enough.
So the gods show back up and she's like, do you like what I've done with the place?
The gods show back up and they're like, get the fuck out of my house. It's not your house, squatter's rights. I've been living here for long enough for that to apply.
Finders keepers.
Excuse you, you left?
No, just for
Does that make her the cockroach in the house because she's immortal?
Possibly. She did survive the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Just that moment where the God of Darkness is like, you attack me with the gift that I gave
Just this moment of my own gift used to attack me. Fuck all y'all.
Thanos ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah.
Oh. Literal snap.
Which is poor Ozma. It's like, I made the I don't feel so good joke. I was not expecting to have to make another one.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow.
Spoilers for Infinity War, I guess.
It's been a year. It hasn't been a year. Oh my god.
It only feels like it's
How
been
long
a year.
has this year been? It's been like 6 months.
It's been 84 years.
I've done my waiting. 12 years of it. In Azkaban.
Or in the case of
I've
Salem,
done my waiting 1,200 years of it wherever I fucking want it.
in the realm of darkness. Ugh. Girl. I loved this.
Again, the realm of darkness. We are Kingdom Heartsing the fuck out of this.
I loved every bit
so
of this.
good.
This was good. And like, what's great about it too is like, they took the time, like not only like all the asset creation was great, but like they took the time to visually make it interesting.
Oh, yeah.
With the transitioning from every person who's actually hearing this story and seeing it unfold, and like the transition
just throwing the sword and it going through Ruby.
The smoke and the dynamic camera angles. That shot of Salem standing on the cliff above the pool in the realm of darkness with the moon overhead. Awesome.
There were so
Fucking
many
art.
There were so many great shots in this. Just her in front of just the wall of windows. Like I said, that's going to be someone's desktop wallpaper, I'm sure. Which I realize is like the highest form of art. But no, seriously, that's amazing. You don't make it your wallpaper if you don't want to put your eyes on it every single day.
I might take a screen cap of that shot with her looking down at the pool, and I might make that my desktop because it's gorgeous.
Do it. Do it. I might do one of the two gods in dragon form because damn. Seriously, I cannot get over the design for the God of Darkness. Like, his dragon form was so good.
I mean,
so good.
Maybe it's just because we just watched it and super fresh, but I'm like, that may very well be the best thing that RWBY has done. Like, the entire series to date. Holy
Here's the
cow.
thing. If we'd gotten it earlier, we wouldn't have appreciated it.
No. That's the thing
much.
is we waited 5 seasons for it,
And here we are, and now we're all like, oh my god,
Well,
answers.
something that we've long, like, they've mentioned that they want RWBY to go for like 9 seasons. Obviously the end of Volume 3 was the end of the beginning, which means that if we're going by 3 volumes is like beginning, middle, end, or, you know, Act 1, so to speak, then the end of Season 6 is the end of Act 2 or the end of the middle. I don't know how many acts. Maybe they want to do 3 acts. Maybe they want to do 4. But presumably this is the end of the middle, which is, yeah, kind of exciting.
They're gonna finish up 2 Towers and then move into Return of the King.
Well, and especially because the first 2 volumes were so focused on like learning to move on from grief and, you know, picking yourself
Coming
back
back
up.
together.
Yeah, picking yourself back up in the wake of tragedy. That, like, now that they're all together again, realizing just what's at stake is really, really cool and really exciting. It's like, we can move forward.
And also, what we have here now, we've laid this out, is we know that Winter, stop that. She's scratching the carpet upstairs.
The gods are restless.
We know that there is a rapture coming, essentially. A day of judgment, of whatever you want to call it. There is one of those on the books at some point that will happen when all of the relics are brought together. Not necessarily by Ozpin, just when all of the relics are brought together. And so the idea of we need to bring all of humanity together, we need to create a more peaceful society, this makes sense for founding the Huntsman and Huntress Academies. All of these people who are taught these ideals and taught to defend other people, put others before themselves, help other people, and fight against this darkness. Like, it makes sense that that would be the long run, that would be what he'd want to do, and it also makes sense why those would be the big targets. I mean, we still have horrifying racism. Look at the way people still treat the Fanas.
Mm-hmm.
And people will always be people, and people will always be assholes. But I would not be surprised if, and this is the longest of games, end of the series, the relics get brought together, and humanity as a whole is judged on Team RWBY.
Yeah.
Because if Salem can get her hands on the relics and bring them all together, she starts the apocalypse on her own terms.
Yeah.
And she's been sowing discord for hundreds, thousands, God knows how many. Quite a few.
Millennia.
Many. I wouldn't put it in, I don't know. Who knows?
I assume she's been alive for millennia at this point.
I'd give it 1,000 years at least.
Yeah.
But we don't know how long she was kicking before the gods went, all right,
Well,
Ozma,
we also don't
come
know
back
how
here.
long it took, for humanity to build back up.
and how many lives Oz has had. So
Yeah.
basically, she's been sowing discord for a long ass time. And Oz has been dealing with himself, dealing with her, trying to make things better.
It honestly, it makes sense why he's such a liar, because he came forward with the truth about his mission and about the relics, and in his mind, Salem betrayed him.
And again, he defined this as a punishment from the gods for failing to stop her. This all started when you died of a disease and she went off the deep end. But yeah, I can see why it would be like, I continue to be alive because I have continually failed to stop her. Like, this should have ended so many cycles ago. But you can't really blame yourself for other people's decisions. She did so much of this on her own, without him, because she couldn't see past herself. Admittedly, if she had no one else and the only person in the world that she cared about died, yikes.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know why her father locked her up, but he did.
Princess in a tower bullshit.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, if Salem gets the relic, she starts the apocalypse of her own accord, and the gods show up and see all of the discord and awfulness that she's been sowing and go, bye.
Cool.
And go, well, like, They send Ozma down to be like, it'll be fine. You can make it work. It'll be fine. Also, by the way, your ex is immortal and super mad at the world. So it's not like she has the up on him for being completely immortal.
What's really annoying is that the gods are like, we'll come back, and if you all have learned your lessons, we'll hang out. And if you haven't learned your lesson, we'll destroy you all again. However, you send one person back that knows that. That's kind of like the equivalent of like running by somebody, knocking all their shit out of their hands, running away, and then saying to yourself, now if they've learned their lesson, like, we can hang out. But if I come back and they haven't learned their lesson, I'm not only going to knock their shit out of their hands again, I'm also going to kill them. Well, meanwhile, the person is like, what the hell? Some guy just ran up to me and knocked all my shit out of my hands. I broke my iPad. Thanks, random asshole.
Yeah. On the one hand, real good metaphor for daily life. On the other hand, you want one man to fix all of humanity.
Yeah,
that's
kind of a tall order, my dudes.
That especially one man who, like, I mean, Salem is immortal, but Salem also stays in the shadows, so no one's really cottoned on to that. On one hand, the reincarnation allows him to continue to work among society. On the other hand, he is at a continual disadvantage every time he has to readjust to a new person.
Yep.
And presumably subsume them.
I'm just saying that, like, lead by example, my man, because, like, humanity was led astray when y'all were there, and so you're like, okay,
there's no y'all about this. He was dead.
No. I'm not talking about Osmond. I'm still talking about the gods.
Okay.
Humanity was led astray while y'all were still there. And then you got mad about it, killed everybody, and then you left, and you're like, yeah, without our guidance, I'm sure they'll one day shape up so we can come back, as opposed to sticking around and actually, guiding people.
I just love, this planet was an experiment, and it failed.
You're bad! You're bad
What is your control group?
A bunch of cities in a vaguely European country in a series of wars. I don't know.
Wow.
Please no Attack on Titan spoilers. I haven't read the manga.
Man. Oh man. No, that's hilarious. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Like, when we were getting ready to start
the
this
afterbuzz
episode,
for this is gonna be hard.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be real
This is
tough.
gonna be very difficult.
When we were getting ready to start watching this, I just kind of like laughed to myself. I'm like, my story began in the 12th century.
I began way before that.
I was not prepared for what we got.
No.
This is great, though.
Man.
This is great.
Oh. Wow.
This is fantastic.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Go back and rewatch some of the older seasons with all that shit in mind. Just be like,
I know, like,
Yeah,
that's gonna make for a fun rewatch. Cause like, we've always known that the first couple seasons we were only getting like a sliver of what was going on. It was like looking through a keyhole. You get to see some of the picture, but you don't get to see the whole room. And now I know that there's still more, obviously, but I feel like for the first time since we stepped out of Beacon Academy in Volume 4, when we're finally like getting out of Vale and like going to see other places, like for the first time since then, I feel like the lens has really been pulled back. And get to see a much, much larger picture. And spoiler alert, it's a beautiful tapestry. This was so great.
it's just slightly on fire.
Ooh.
That's awesome. Just set the tapestry on fire.
So yeah, I can't wait.
I think we're gonna need some processing time for this one.
I can't wait for the rest of the season.
Oh my god. may not survive this entire season.
Oh, so
I may
good.
just be an emotional wreck on the floor. Oh, this sure was a thing.
Sure was.
Well, I think that's all we have to say until the AfterBuzz comes around. We are definitely going to be doing that, and that is going to be a hell of a thing to talk about. In the meantime,
I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin.
and I'm Katie. You can follow me all over social medias as well as on Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. We have a sister channel. If you like horror things, then you should go over there because it is Silver Screams on YouTube and Silver_Screams on the social medias. We do horror things. We do horror reactions. We do horror discussions. You can watch me jump out of my skin while she laughs at me. It's great.
It's pretty funny.
Do the thing, win the stuff. It is a good time. If you want to see us talk about this with our full panel at AfterBuzz, that is on AfterBuzz TV Animation YouTube channel. That is at 7 p.m. Pacific time every Wednesday. We do those on the public release, not on the sponsor release. So, you know, we're following the Rooster Teeth terms of service. Oh, phew. It's been a long episode, you guys.
It's been a very long episode.
If you want to support this channel, we have a Patreon. All of these videos, we've got something of a vaguely new release schedule. We are releasing the videos when they go for the public to sponsors on Patreon first. And those are either going to be patrons only for a couple of days or until we see the next episode, whatever lasts longer. So yeah, so if you definitely want to see these videos earlier, trundle on over to the Patreon and support it. If you just want to throw a couple of bucks our way, we do have a Ko-fi. If you would like to commission us, we do not take requests. We have had so many requests recently and we don't take them. We take commissions. Commission information is in the description. And also supporting our sponsor supports us. Head on over to fredsbs.com, fredsbs.com, and use coupon code KioCookies for 20% off of your entire order. Seriously, my god, that jam was amazing.
It was real good, guys.
So yeah,
real good.
all that information's in the description below. If you like this, if you like seeing us emotionally compromised at the next thing that Rooster Teeth pulls out, because really, unless it's Camp Camp, we are probably going to be emotionally compromised. That is how
And
Rooster
even
Teeth...
with Camp Camp,
Even Camp Camp does that on occasion. Like, emotionally compromised is kind of how Rooster Teeth reactions go nowadays. So if you like that, if you want to see more of this batshit insanity, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. The bell does not give immortality. You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want it. So you can safely ring the bell and it'll all be fine.
You hear that, everyone? Ring the bell and you'll die. I mean, if you don't ring the bell, you also will die, but... So like, subscribe, ding.
You probably should have saved that one for Silver Screams, I think. Does this look fine?
Aww.
Anyway, yes, like, subscribe,
Sorry.
ding. You're hilarious. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye. So do you think after hopping into the pool of darkness, like, Salem could also become a contortionist?
Winter says yes.
Makes sense to me.